Good morning, friends. Today we'll be making sourdough bread with my sons. They've never made sourdough before. So, first of all, we have a couple of ingredients that we need when we make sourdough. We need, what is this called, guys? Flour. What is this called? Do you guys know?
Sourdough starter.
Sourdough starter, which we made ourselves, and some water, and
Salt.
last but not least, salt. Very important.
Yeah.
And to make the sourdough, we really need accurate measurements. So we have a scale right here. So here we go. I have right here about 450 milligrams of water, but we're going to only put 375 grams. Can you do that? I'm going to use about 50 to 60 grams of sourdough starter. And as you can, wow, look at that. Look at those bubbles and gooiness. That's all that good stuff. Okay, so dump it in there. Now, we need 500 grams of all-purpose flour. Okay, I bet we're going to be very close to 500. Look, what do we have right here?
Mix it.
Huh?
Mix it.
Yes, please. Could you mix that for me? So we're going to put about 12 to 15 grams of salt. All right. It looks like a blob of nothing. Just paste. But this is good. Here is one of my favorite parts of sourdough, the stretch and fold. And as you can see, that the dough has changed into more cohesive texture. My son is taking one end of the dough and taking it across the opposite end, and you do this about 4 to 5 times or so. You want to rest the dough for 30 minutes in between each stretch and fold. Here's my last stretch and fold before the bulk fermentation. Make sure you cover it with a tea towel or saran wrap. And depending on the temperature of your house, the bulk fermentation will vary. By the time I was ready to shape the dough, my sons were in bed, so here I am, dumping the dough to a lightly dusted work surface. I'm still learning this process, but I would say this is one of my favorite steps into making sourdough. Here I am, spreading out the dough and folding it and rolling the dough so that the sticky side is facing inward. You can use a bench scraper to help you out. You can see the bubbles also on the outside, and that is a good sign. Now you want to flip the dough so that the seam side is facing down. As you can see, I am doing a push and pull motion and rotating it as I go. If it gets too sticky, use the bench scraper. After you're done, you want to transfer your dough to a lightly dusted bowl or banneton. And you want to cold proof this overnight. And make sure you place the seam side up. So here it's been over 12 hours since the dough has been in the refrigerator. And I've placed a Dutch oven and heating it at 420 to 450 degrees for 30 minutes to an hour. Right before you bake the dough, take it out of the refrigerator and score the dough. And here, my sons are eager to score the dough. You want to then transfer the dough into the heated Dutch oven and either spray some water or pour some water under the parchment paper. You should hear a sizzle. You'll bake for about 20 minutes with the lid on, and that's what it looks like. Afterwards, remove the lid and bake another 20 minutes or so. And ta-da! We have successfully baked our sourdough. Now I know it's not recommended to cut up fresh bread right out of the oven, but we were ready to have lunch. So here I am cutting up our sourdough. And look at that crumb and the steam. Yes, we were definitely ready to eat, if you can't tell. And it was delicious.
It literally melts right away.
Yeah, it's really hot. Video's watching Coco eat.
So good. still want one.
David, you want some?
I don't want it with butter.
No butter? Okay. All right, David. Right here. Yummy? Okay.